Evolve is now free to play. Tera's Aces Wild update is now live. All that and more. I'm Zach Sharps, and this is Free to Play Weekly. First up in the news this week, everyone's favorite free-to-play developer, Digital Extremes, has launched a brand new update into their very popular Warframe. Titled Spectres of the Rail, the latest update introduces a variety of adjustments to various game systems, including the star chart and market. The star chart has been redesigned to make it easier to travel to the origin system. The map is dynamic, allowing players to locate specific regions and missions far more easily, and making it clear which missions need to be completed. The market, instead of just being tweaked, was completely overhauled and will make navigating it much more intuitive. Digital Extremes didn't stop there though. They also overhauled the Archwing flight system, added a new game mode, new companions, and a whole lot more. Basically, Digital Extremes is just being Digital Extremes. For those of you who thought the Monster Hunting 4 vs 1 title Evolve was interesting but wasn't really worth buying into, you'll be happy to hear that the game is now officially free to play. Yes, that is correct. Turtle Rock has relaunched the title, and with this relaunch, a variety of things have been overhauled and tweaked. For example, hunter classes are now less reliant on having experienced trappers and medics due to the fact that everyone can now drop a energy dome over top of the monster to trap him. Maps and UIs have been altered, overall performance has been optimized, there's more customization options, and of course, since the game is now free to play instead of buy to play, the progression system has been changed. Never hear of Evolve? Well, imagine you and 3 other players who are able to pick from support, trapper, assault, and medic facing off against a monster who has a variety of different subclasses available just like you. You then have to hunt this monster, and its core objective is to kill AI beasts that roam the wild, feed, and evolve. Your objective is to kill it before it becomes far too powerful. Being someone who's played the game while it was in beta, a little bit during launch, and now in its free-to-play form, I played a couple hours, I can tell you it's a pretty fun experience. That said, the server issues and bugs I encountered playing for a couple of hours were quite annoying, especially since the game played flawlessly for me when it was in beta before its original launch, and even when it actually did originally launch. Hopefully things get ironed out soon, but if you are interested in it, be sure to download it on the official Steam page, and happy hunting. Getting tired of Pokemon Go and would rather catch beasts within a free-to-play desktop MMO? Well, Nexon's free-to-play MMORPG Riders of Icarus has soared into open beta. With this plunge into open beta, Nexon is hosting a number of events to celebrate the launch. These include free Dragonfire Shoulder Ravens for all players that log in, a dungeon running events, a daily login bonus for the opening month, and more. Still on the fence? Some of us here at MMOBomb.com will be playing it during our community live events, which will occur on July 19th from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Unfortunately, I won't be able to make it though due to college, but I'm fairly certain the rest of the crew will be there to play with you all, and I'm sure they will all get caught up catching everything in sight. Gotta catch them all, right? After finally listening to their players for once and not shutting down games or splitting them into two, Daybreak Games has decided to bring back large content updates to their free-to-play MMORPG DC Universe Online. These new updates will begin with Episode 27, Amazon Fury Part 3, which will release near the end of the year. Between now and then, the final monthly episode, Episode 26, will release later this month. Daybreak notes that the regular updates, such as hotfixes and such, will still continue at their regular pace, so players don't need to worry too much about more urgent issues remaining unfixed. Daybreak also announced new things that they're working on for the future, such as new Suicide Squad inspired PvP maps and gear sets, as well as level 30 missions, early leveling, and non-members will get a brand new open episodes feature, which will allow everyone to play content for a limited amount of time that is otherwise barred by a paywall. Overall, this means that they will produce higher tier raids that won't cause raiders like myself to quit due to stupid one-shot mechanics that are not interruptible and completely random, and stop producing raids that require 2 tanks but Group Finder only gives you 1. I'm all for this. However, it's time for the question of the week. Last week on the show, I asked if you guys think League of Legends popularity is nearing an end, or if Overwatch has only temporarily drew players away from it. A user by the name of Razihel stated the following: "Yes, League is dying every year until it eventually dies in 2050. Same shit for World of Warcraft, but sooner." Thanks for you guys' responses, and as always, if you want your comment possibly featured in next week's show, be sure to leave a comment down below. This week's question is, do you think developers should produce smaller, more frequent updates, or larger, less frequent updates? Personally, I'm for larger, less frequent because I feel it gives the developer much more time to think about what they are creating rather than pumping out anything in order to hit a monthly deadline. Last up in the news this week, speaking of pumping out a lot of things, Mass Entertainment has launched their newest update in their popular free-to-play action combat MMORPG Tera Online. This update, of course, is titled Aces Wild. We've talked about it a couple times on the show, and is the third major update for the title in 2016 alone. Aces Wild introduces a variety of enhancements such as dedicated storage for cosmetic items, expanded flight zones, Aces dungeons for solo players, new dungeons, a new battleground, and a whole lot more. At least with Mass, Tera players seem to always get a ton of love. Now, if only Gameforge could replicate that love for EU folks. Speaking of love, you know what always throws love at your face? Giveaways, of course. Yes, be sure to head on over to mmobomb.com. Check out that giveaways page, bookmark it, and check it daily to ensure you never miss one. As for myself, you can follow me at Twitter at ZachSharps, link down in the description below. But signing out until next week's show, my name, of course, is Zach Sharps, and I'll catch you guys next time.